Today I thought I would take you along while I get some projects done here in the cabin. I have some citrus things that I need to finish processing, and I also have a squash that needs to be cooked and turned into puree. A few different things going on here today, but first I need to get some work done on my Poshmark store. So I've been attempting to build a business reselling clothes online, and someone recently gave me the advice that my closet would benefit from everything being steamed, so it looks a little nicer. So that's what I'm working on right now. I bought a steamer, and so I'm going through and steaming everything. I'll take new photos, basically revamp my whole shop. Alright, now that that's done, the next thing on my list is to process this squash. This fall, we bought a ton of squash to store for the winter, and a lot of it, for some reason, we're not really sure what happened, a lot of it went bad. So now we're trying to get whatever's left, whatever's still good, and process it all up into puree so that we don't waste any more of the squash we bought. So this is what I was afraid of. A good portion of the inside of the squash is just all soft and rotty. So I'm gonna have to cut out a lot of this, and we'll see if there's any good portions that I can salvage. So out of all of that huge Hubbard squash, this is the amount of squash I got. Which, I mean, at least it's something. At least the whole entire squash wasn't rotted. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this squash in the oven to start roasting. And then I'm going to go outside and see what's going on out on the farm today. Got some eggs. Very excited. Our chickens have started laying eggs again. We get anywhere from like 8 to 10 eggs a day usually, which isn't really enough for the amount of people that we have that eat eggs, but it's something. Good morning, chickens. We've had some really nice warm weather lately, meaning that all the snow is starting to melt, leaving a big mucky mess everywhere. But hopefully it means spring is coming soon. We're back inside where it's warm, and I just got Asher down for a nap. Moving on, now I need to finish processing some fruit. We get most of our groceries from like a bulk food pickup once a month called Azure Standard. So this month they had a really good price on a bunch of citrus fruit. So we got, I think, 38 pounds of each of oranges, lemons, and grapefruits. Pretty quickly they all started to go soft, so we needed to get it all processed pretty quickly. What we did with the lemons is I just got finished juicing the rest of them. This is how much juice I got. I also had done another half gallon the other day that I already put away. So now I need to bag up this juice in Ziploc bags and put it in the freezer. But before I do that, I have been working on making some candied citrus peels. So I have a few more orange peels that I need to cut up and get started on the stove before I move on to the lemon juice. For lunch, I just warmed up some leftovers that we had yesterday and served it with some sourdough bread. So behind me on the counter are some candied citrus peels that I made yesterday. They've been sitting out on the counter to dry overnight. The plan with these is to sell them at the farmer's market this summer, so I need to get them all packaged up and put away to wait for the farmer's market. I pulled the squash out of the oven a little while ago, and now it's cool enough that I can scrape out the flesh and puree it all to go in the freezer. The last thing on my to-do list today is to make some sauerkraut. This actually isn't how I normally make my sauerkraut. I like my sauerkraut to be chopped up really fine, so I usually use my food processor. But my husband was on the phone, so I decided not to get out the food processor and be loud. I just chopped it by hand this time. I also like to add a carrot to my sauerkraut. I just think that it adds a nice sweetness to the flavor. Thank you for coming along with me today. I hope you enjoyed following me around while I did some of the chores that I had to do today. Please subscribe to the channel and leave a like and a comment down below. Mit Limon?
Lemon juice.